The jury's out. Second time we're trying it. We're going to have some fun here, and you got some hot topics.
Yes, we do. First up on the docket, the French Senate has voted to ban child beauty contests for any kids under the age of 16.
Yes.
The question is it time to do it here in the U.S.?
Yes.
My take, no. I find these contests disgusting. But now the government is going to start telling you what kind of contest you can enter your kid into. So if your kid is 6 or 10 or even 14-year-old model, it's okay. But not in one of these contests. We can't legislate parenting like this.
It's tough for Samuel because he's such a libertarian.
Yeah, this is hard because I totally disagree with the pageant thing. For young kids, it sets the wrong message. But you're right, the government can't tell you what to do.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
No, well, I agree with him on this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I agree.
Really? I see. All right, well, then we...
No, but hang on. I think we're all saying. I mean, the child pageants are just
wouldn't
wrong.
let my kid go
Every,
Right,
never,
but how do you stop it? I mean, in France, they're basically saying it's time to legislate to get it out.
You don't
but if
put
they're
them in.
legislating on
Well, we
that,
could not put
what's
TV
next?
shows up on it either.
That's true.
Yeah, well, that's right. And look, I'll tell you, though, as you probably are not surprised to hear, the vast majority of people disagree with now us. I just thought me on this. We've got Wagrabanite on Twitter says little girls shouldn't be paraded around like pieces of meat judged on their beauty. We all agree on that.
Of course.
And then the jury's out poll, GMA poll. Should beauty pageants be banned for children under 16? 89% of people said yes.
I mean, again, though, parsing it, I think we all are saying that child beauty pageants are wrong. I do think when you really get into it, should it be the government deciding that for us? Maybe not.
You would hope the parents would decide.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yep.
I don't believe 89%.
Really? I do.
Would actually want the government to step in.
I do. I think people hate these things so much.
I don't know, George. I agree with you. I think if asked, but do you want the government to make that decision for your family? People would come back and change that number.
All right. Next up on the docket. Innocent victims of the war in Syria or the recent terror attack in Nairobi are still often referred to as, quote, women and children. Is it time to stop using that phrase? My take. Absolutely. It's a great way to try to tug on our heartstrings, but women are adults like men, and to suggest that they're any more helpless, in my view, is sexist at this point, and in fact, even absurd. I think we've got to ban that phrase altogether.
I like innocent victims. I mean, I think that's a better way to think, be more all-encompassing.
I got to say, I didn't know this was a problem, first of all, but I have no problem with it all. Anything that gets people to think outside of themselves, and the minute you start to say, wait a second.
But why lump women in? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's harmless. I don't think it's sexist or I think it does bring attention, and I do agree with you say all victims are innocent.
And the image it sets up, it says when you say women and children, it basically sets up the image of mothers and kids, and you want to do anything to protect that.
I guess it takes me back to Titanic, which, you know, is a century ago. I'm with you. I don't think as a republic, we're going to be wounded if we continue to use it, but I don't think we should.
Bernadette on Facebook, pretty soon a sneeze will be offensive. Get over it. Kaya B on Twitter says, when I get equal pay for equal work, you can change the phrase. Deal?
I like it.
Okay.
All right. Wow. Finally, up on the docket, the New York Times had a story this weekend titled "Step Away from the Phone," all about high-powered people trying to disconnect from their mobile devices with various rules and games. My take.
Don't take mine away.
Please. I am a mobile device addict, but all of these people bragging about their various cute methods of disconnecting. I ban it from my bedroom. I throw it into a tin when I arrive home. We stack the phones at dinner, and whoever checks it first has to pay. Is it really that hard to just check it when you need to?
Hey, when I just took George's, when I just took his.
Wow, look at
Don't take my phone.
I know.
That's why.
It is hard. It is hard.
You have to make rules?
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm someone who does well with rules. I mean, I might not do well with self-control, but I do well with rules. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And I also think for kids, I mean, our kids now are a generation growing up their entire lives with these things. And I think when you at least define areas when it's okay and when it's not okay, I think it's important. And then as we get to adulthood, we can make the choices for
It's also kind of fun, this phone
themselves.
stacking game. If you were at dinner with friends, I think that would be fun.
Pat Rizzo on Facebook says, unfortunately, it has become fashionable to be rude. And then In a Body on Twitter says, I make it a rule that on my lunch break, I do not answer my mobile phone. My staff are aware, no longer call me. Well, congratulations to that person that they have the authority to say I'm turning off my phone and don't have to answer any calls. Yeah. All right. That's it, guys. It's good to see you guys. The jury remains out. The jury remains, and everything I say can be used against me.